Okay, here's our video today. The second one, coplanar, collinear, and intersection. As you can see from the picture in the background, there are two planes that are intersecting. So we'll talk about that in the video. So if we write down collinear, we'll start with collinear. And linear means straight. Linear is a straight line. So collinear, think of co-ed, right? They're points that lie on the same line. That's when it's collinear. So if we take a line, remember a line from the last video, there's no end point. There's no starting point, there's no end point. It continues on both directions forever. So if we have these 2 points, say call it point A, why not? Easy, point B. So we know that point A and point B are collinear because they're on the same line. They're on the same linear line. So remember, the word co is sharing. Whenever you hear the word co, it's sharing, and again, linear is a straight line. So if you see a line like this, for example, and let's say you see it bent, well, this may look like 2 rays with a vertex, but this is not collinear if we've had some points. So if we made that, let's say we made that A and B and made some other points over here, we made that H, whatever, it doesn't matter what the letters are. These 3 points are not collinear because they're not on the same line. Remember, a line is straight. These are 2 rays with a vertex. So again, these would not be, not over here, the word, it's not collinear because they're not on the same line. So now let's look at coplanar. What do you think that would be? So we know a plane, so we could just draw a plane, and that's how they draw planes, not aeroplanes. Just a flat 2D surface. And like the picture I showed you before, that was coplanar, and we're dealing with the points because the points would be on the same plane. So let me draw something here. Attempt to use my artistic skills. So let's draw one plane here. Draw a plane here. We'll try to attempt to draw a plane over here. Somewhat like that. There we go. So now we have 2 planes that are intersecting. So let's put some points on the plane. So let's put a point there. Maybe we have a point there and points there and a point there. And we'll call this A. Call that B and C, D. So we know that the points A and B are not on the same plane. So we can't say that point A, remember a point is a location on the plane. So point A and point B, as you can see from the picture, the crude drawing, point A and point B are not coplanar. That's one word, no space there. Because they're not on the same plane. So what points are coplanar? Well, point C and point A are on the same plane, so they're coplanar. And point B and point D are coplanar. And you can add more to that. You can say that point A and point C are coplanar because they lie on the same horizontal plane. Remember, horizontal, think of the horizon. And point B and point D are coplanar because they're on the same vertical plane. So this is vertical over here, and this one is horizontal. So we took care of coplanar and collinear. Now let's clear that out, and you can always go back if you need to. Clear it all, and we can talk about intersection. Exactly, the name is exactly what sounds. When you're at an intersection. Come to a red light, you're at an intersection, right? So we can have two lines, make two lines that they intersect. Right there, right? So we can have, right here is where they intersect, so they're intersecting at whatever that point is. We can call it point J if we wanted to. Point J is those two lines are intersecting at point J. And two planes can intersect. There could be an intersection, there could be a line that intersects two planes. So let me draw that. Attempt to draw it anyway. So we have one vertical and horizontal plane. There we go. Get my T going. And then we'll just change the color here. Maybe we'll use that color. And we'll make a line that goes through two planes. So maybe the line is going from here and it cuts into that plane and the other plane. Well, it's barely going into the other plane, but it goes through the plane. It's going through two planes. And the point where they go through those two planes is the intersection. Let's get a bit of drawing on that. There's a better one. So you can see the line. You can see plane 1 and plane 2 and the line that is intersecting at both planes right there. They're both intersecting. Of course, to make it a line, we should fix something. Do you see the slight error? Where's the slight error? Right? You don't see the arrows. Lines should have arrows, right? And so this line is intersecting plane 1 over there and plane 2. Let's look at two more things. So we can make a plane again if we have our pens working. Let's see. There's our plane. And then we could have a line that intersects the plane. Just one line. We'll use a different color. And there it is. It's going right through. Comes out the other side. And so, let's say at this point, it's intersecting. And we'll call that point, what should we call it? Point Q. I haven't used Q yet. So at point Q, we have a line that intersects with the plane. And we can also do it with a cube. We can make a cube. Let's make a cube. Looks like we're doing art class today. Alright. Not bad cube. Little rugged cube. By the way, how many planes do you think this cube has? Well, it's the same as you're saying sides, right? There's 6 sides. Therefore, there are 6 planes. There's 6 planes in this cube. And then we can have a line. Let's say it intersects right there. So we have a line intersecting the cube. And we can call this cube by its vertices and so forth. Okay, and so that is our video today.